Kim's Creations. I am trying to get myself a little bit organized for Christmas. And as you can see, I have a bunch of forms. I got them at the Dollar Tree. And so I have taped the back, and I am going to do a bloom over these. I'm going to try this one tonight, and we'll see what happens. So I should really put my gloves on now. All right. My Gigantor gloves. I actually use these for scoop and poop. But I think I'm developing like a reaction to latex. So I'm going to have to make sure that I get small gloves that are non-latex. All right, I'm gonna give my pillow paint a quick stir here. This is Glidden Premium with some GAC in it, just to help it dry properly and not dry quite as fast. Wall paint, which is what this is, dries a lot faster than regular acrylic paint, so your work time is reduced. So you got to kind of, not be taking too much time with this. All right, let me put my lid back on this so that it doesn't dry out. Move it out of the way. Okay, bring this little guy back. So because the paint does dry out quickly, and I want to spread it out some, I'm going to just take that edge and bring it up to the edge of my little snowflake bits. I did a tile where I must have taken too long in layering my paints in the middle. And when it dried, after I had spun it out, you could see the circle of my initial paint. So I am now doing, as the wonderful Jody of the Painted Dreamer does, she puts her base down and then just spreads that base out so that she doesn't get that ring. All right, my paints today. What am I gonna, I think I'm gonna put that one on last. All right. I'm going to start off with a base of Liquitex Basics Bright Aqua Green. Get a good dollop of that on there. So I'm using, because it's a snowflake, and I love blues and greens, and there's not really too many colors that I don't love, but I definitely have an affinity to the blues and greens. So that was, again, Liquitex Basics Bright Aqua Green. I want to have a little bit of contrast, so I have brought out TLP's Galaxy. Is it Galaxy or Nebula? Nebula. Oops. TLP's Nebula. And I like it because even though it's dark, it has this kind of blue gold sheen to it. So I thought it would make for good contrast. Could be a little thick too. My nebula's thick. Thick nebula. I want to get a decent amount down if I can. Should have thinned this out. Okay. All right, thank you, Nebula. So I'm using a mix tonight of TLP and Color Art pigments. This next one, look at this beautiful color. This is Sea Glass, also by TLP. This little piggy has this bluey green sea glass look to it. It's perfect for my snowflake. Put some of that sea glass on top of the bright aqua green. Next in my rotation here is Color Arts Primary Elements, and this is Ocean Wave. Look at that glorious color. Beautiful, beautiful blue. There is nothing to not love. Is that 2 negatives? Yeah, so 2 negatives make a positive. So there's everything to love about this. All right, there we go. Again, that was Ocean Wave by Color Art Primary Elements. Move these guys out of the way. Next up is another Color Art one. This one's called Stargazer. And it is a beautiful light blue, nice shimmery, dribbled. Wonder if I should add more nebula on here. Should I add a little bit more of this? I think I should add a little more of this. Okay. Making a mess. These massive gloves. Just dip that out of there. Actually, I'm not going to add more nebula. I have this one here that is another Color Art from their Bling It series. And this one is, can't read it. Angel Wings. Angel Wings. And it's beautiful. It has a beautiful blue shine to it. So I'm gonna add that one in. And then I'm gonna top all this. So I started with an opaque color with the Liquitex Basics. It's a non-metallic, non-pigment paint. And I am going to end with Golden's Turquoise Phthalo on the top. Whoops. Got a little aggressive with putting the lid on that. Let me get these all lined up and out of the way. All right, last but not least, here's the Golden paint. I'm totally off center. I'm gonna drizzle that on. Get a good layer of that in there. Got a few bubbles I gotta pop. All right, good enough. That looks about 1/3 of the size of the hole, maybe. Kind of hard to tell. All right, let me move this down. There. Okay. Get my hairdryer ready. I'm gonna pop my little bubbles here. Okay, and I am going to use white as my cell activator. And this is Amsterdam's Titanium White mixed 3 parts of Aussie Floetrol to 1 part paint. All right, got a good dollop there. Close this up, and I have just realized I did not put my hair up. Great. All right, let's gather this. Got a nice halo going, so I'm just gonna blow it out. Get my hairdryer ready. Move my chair out of the way. All right, gather the hair back up. Just opening that up a bit, and let's get this Yeeho hairdryer going. All right, that was not really moving too much. I'm gonna try and blow it with my mouth. Okay. Might not have had enough cell activator on there, but that's really pretty. All right, I'm gonna grab my straw. Oh, I am loving these colors together. All right, I'm just gonna blow in little areas here. Blowing the cell activator helps to thin it out, which allows the paint that's underneath to come up. So you'll see in the areas where I did that, you've got more cells coming up. I may attempt a few more in that middle just as the paint is still gathering. Try not to get my hair in this piece. Can't believe I didn't put my hair up. All right, that'll be good. I got some great lacing in there. All right. Now it's time to give this a gentle spin and see what happens. Hopefully it'll come out onto the snowflake end bits. I've got paint flying off already. Oh, it is. Yay. All right. Oh, so most of my paint is a little bit weighted on this side, and I'd like it to come on this side. So I'm just going to shift my little snowflake off center. It's a good trick to know about is if you're wanting paint to go in a particular direction or to even it out, shift whatever it is that you're working on in the direction that you would like the paint to flow in, and it should go that way. Should really be using my spatula here. So I'm just covering up some bare edges, just kind of using the paint that's gone over as a little bit of a flow extender to again help that paint go where you want it to go. Got a few more. Take it, drag it where you want it. All right, now let's see what happens. You see how that evened out? The paint kind of went over in that way. All right, let's go a little more. I am loving these colors. Oh, and the pattern's coming out this way. Glorious. All right, I want to shift it in this direction a little more. So now I'm going to bring it out that way. Have like a little edge here. I may not, I'm trying to decide, I may not worry about covering all these little end bits. I'm not sure. I'm not minding the white. We'll see what I actually end up doing. All right, let's see. Let's spin, see if we can get more off that. Yay, came right off. All right, so I don't think I will be doing that. I need, that being the white end bits. So I need that to come off that way. Give that a gentle spin. I think that's probably close enough there. I think I'm at the stage where if I'm gonna do that, I've got to spin it off each snowflake arm. What do you call them? Points? Arms? Arms, legs, feet? I don't know. Actually, I'm pretty happy with it just the way it is. I am going to, if I spin it, let me recenter this a little bit. Maybe I'll have just that kind of come off the edge. Better check and see how much paint I have left on my little snowflake, because you can't leave too much paint on these things or they will crack. And I'm curious to see how this is gonna do. Just because it is, you know, just one of those cheap boards. And I can see already that it's wowing a little bit, or bowing. What is it? It's bow wowing. It is like dog. It is bow wowing. Just covering the bits that did not quite get covered in the spins along the sides. Definitely want to have a nice finished product. It is a project. It's also a product. Want it to look nice and professional. Okay. I will be gifting these to friends and work colleagues. So I'm trying to establish if this really will work. My bloom worked great and the colors are fantastic, so I'm super happy about that. It's just now a matter of how is this sucker gonna dry. All right, one more little spin. All right, let's see. Let's see how much paint is on this thing. It's not really moving too much. So I think that's pretty good. What do you guys think? Hopefully that's all in the picture and you can see it. All right, I'm loving it. You can see a few little areas that I'm gonna have to fix, but all in all, this is gonna go off to dry. So thank you so much. Let me just grab something here to wipe my hands off with, my gloves off with, and then, actually I should just take them off. Take my gloves off, bring you guys in for a close-up. All right. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I hope it dries. I hope it dries okay, but you can see it's already, like it's already bowing up. So I don't know. This could all, because it's bowed up, the paint could slide off either side. All right, let's get you in. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see all the shimma or not. I might have to turn lights off. But it is so beautiful in person. And I don't mind that those two edges there are not covered because there's plenty of them around the snowflake that aren't. And I don't mind. I like that dark right there. That nebula worked really well. My lacing is pretty good. So beautiful, beautiful colors. All right, I'm gonna try this with the flash. So let me turn the lights off and I will be right back. Okay, I am back and I am around the opposite side from where I was before. All my lights are out and I have the flash on my phone. Let's see if we can find some shimmer. Shimmer and glimmer. Oh yeah, look at it there. Look at those colors. And there's that nebula and probably some angel wings. Oh my gosh, look at that. Glorious. Let's see what we've got in here. Oh, look at that shine. Look over here. Oh, it's just glowing. This is gonna look fantastic. Oh gosh, look at that. It's gonna look fantastic resined if this thing dries well. So you'll have to stay tuned to find out how it does dry. So stay watching, and when I'm back, I will show you the dried results. All right, so there it is wet. My snowflake. All right, I'll be back when it's dry. Okay, I am back and I'm here to show you the finished snowflake that I made. And it dried perfectly. When it was drying, when it was still wet, it did bow, as you'll have seen in the previous picture. But when it dried completely, it dried flat, which is great. So now I'm just wondering what'll happen when I stick resin on it, because the colors in this are just amazing. So anyway, thank you so much for sticking around to the end and seeing the finished result. Again, I found these at the Dollar Tree and they had lots of different shapes. With this one having worked out okay, I think I will move on to the other shapes as well. So thank you so much for sticking around till the end, and please like, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, hit that notification bell to all, and that way the next time I upload a video, you'll be notified. All right, till the next one. Bye for now.